Hey, what's up, guys? This is RyanSRT264 back to do another video for you guys. And today, well, I realized I forgot to upload a video this weekend, and this past weekend, so I decided to make this whole week Star Wars week, aka an excuse for me to post a bunch of videos because I've had a lot in the back. Have a lot in the backlog, and I want to push some of them out, and I thought, let's celebrate Star Wars' 44th anniversary, because that's happening Tuesday, which will be tomorrow. So, today I will be looking back at my, oh gosh, really old video titled Star Wars 40th Year Anniversary. I didn't even I put year. There's no reason to, but I did, so. Oh gosh, this is going to be quite embarrassing. Hopefully it's not super cringe fest, but I think it's going to be, so let's get through this video. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is RyanSRT64, and today is the 40th anniversary of Star Wars. The 40th anniversary.
I remember getting so many comments of I needed to speak louder or ditch the helmet. I guess I was being really being a pain because I didn't listen to either one. Gosh dang it, table, stop being squeaky. Yeah, I should have talked louder in some of those videos. I think the reason I didn't talk as loud is because for a lot of the time I wasn't alone in the house, and it was kind of weird that I was making you. At the time, I was like, man, this is kind of weird and nerdy. Maybe I shouldn't be. But anyways.
No, you're like, wait, no, May 4th was like weeks ago, like 2 weeks, like 3 weeks ago. No, the original Star Wars.
Hell yeah. I honestly have no idea what happened on that t-shirt. I'm so salty about it too, because I really love that t-shirt, and I have no idea what happened to it. It could be anywhere at this point. I hope it wasn't thrown away. I don't think it was thrown away. It might have ended up in a laundry basket somewhere, and I haven't seen it. Actually, now that I mention it, a lot of my t-shirts have gone missing. I haven't found my Gurren Lagann one yet. I haven't found my Back to the Future one yet. I haven't found that one yet. Guess I have to keep looking. Anyways.
My favorite Star Wars movie out of all 3 of them. In fact, all 8 of them. Out of all 9 of them. Because there's the prequels, which...
I actually still hold on to that today. I still think Star Wars A New Hope, or Star Wars, is still my favorite film of all time. I don't really know exactly how to describe it other than I personally think Star Wars A New Hope is almost a perfect film. It's not, to me, it's not a perfect film, but I think it is an amazing film. I will admit, though, and later I do talk about this in the video, Empire Strikes Back is good. I will not deny The Empire Strikes Back is amazing. But there's just something about A New Hope that I just like more. Maybe it's because it feels like a whole movie, and just you have a good beginning, good middle, and end. And if there weren't any more Star Wars films, they ended the movie. Anyways.
I hate the Phantom Menace. Attack of the Clones is okay. Revenge of Sith is really fun. New Hope's my favorite. I love the action.
Yeah, about the prequel trilogy, I kind of feel the same now. I have less hatred towards the Phantom Menace. I think the Phantom Menace is still just a giant special effects test, and the storyline is awful. The lightsaber fight, from a pure action standpoint, it's good, but from a narrative point, it's just... The audience doesn't care about Darth Maul. The audience doesn't really care about Qui-Gon. The audience does care about Obi-Wan Kenobi, but... I mean, we like Qui-Gon, but... and Darth Maul is, in my opinion, extremely forgettable, and I don't care about him. They did a way better job with Darth Maul in the Clone Wars, but I'm talking movie, just the movie. Darth Maul is boring and lame, and his design, in my opinion, is Anyways. Phantom Menace is just... I'd say the Phantom Menace is bad. I personally wouldn't... I personally don't recommend it. Well, Ryan, you forgot to talk about the pod race. Don't worry, I just remembered it. Pod race, it's boring. I'm sorry. It's just, it's left, right, left, right, left, right, and that's it. There's no dynamic camera angles. There's just right, left, POV shot, right, left, behind the pod racer shot. That's it. And we know Anakin's going to win. I don't think it's all that cool, and I think the racing game on the N64 is worse. Now that I've pissed off everybody about my feelings towards the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones to me is mediocre, and Revenge of the Sith, I think is actually pretty good. I think it comes the closest to a good Star Wars film.
I like Empire Strikes Back. I don't like it as much as New Hope because I don't know. I just think X-Wing's a badass, and any X-Wing fight is just amazing. Return of the Jedi, I kind of like. It's a good story. I like it.
Actually, that still holds true to the day, except when we start getting into the prequel, or not the prequel, the sequel trilogy. Oh gosh, the sequel trilogy. Whew, I could spend hours talking about the sequel trilogy. It's just. I wouldn't say I still hold the same sentiment that all X-Wing fights are good, because that does include the Last Jedi, which that X-Wing battle is the worst space battle I think one can make. It disrespects veterans of World War II and the people, or the pilots of the B-17 bombers of World War II. It's just dumb. I mean, one TIE fighter is able to destroy 3 bombers? What? And these bombers, who are supposed to represent B-17 bombers, like I mentioned earlier, just get their asses handed to them? That's disrespectful to all the military personnel who went out in World War II and kicked ass. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I have grandparents who are veterans, but that's a kick in the nuts. It's just, and the fight is so boring and just stupid. It's just, those fighters should have been really badass and been taking out starfighters everywhere. I mean, I think I had like 100. Oh, and the fight in the Rise of Skywalker is just kind of boring. I mean, we don't really care about all the ships that come out of nowhere. So, I mean, anyways.
I like the original trilogy. I love it. I really do love the original trilogy.
I still do love the original trilogy.
And I just love it. I don't know. Maybe I don't like Return of the Jedi because they effed up R2's voice. Like, for the entire film, like...
I forgot I said that! I forgot I said that. I kind of still feel that way today, but I feel more engaged in the storyline, less than just one character and how Luke's character arc goes. I do still think it's weird that R2-2's voice just, the beeps and boops don't sound the exact same as the 2 films that preceded it, but besides that, I do think Return of the Jedi is a good film.
New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Then you watch Return of the Jedi. R2's voice is entirely different. So maybe that's not why I like it. I still love it as a film because it's Star Wars. So yeah, I just love Star Wars. And if my love for Star Wars wasn't obvious,
You know, it's kind of weird. I thought I would have mentioned my feelings, because this was 2017, towards the sequel films. Well, I guess I've already kind of started ranting, so I'll talk about my feelings towards some of the sequel films. And Rogue One has already come out. So let me talk about my feelings towards the rest of the Star Wars films really quickly. Rogue One, in my opinion, a story that didn't need to be told, but an entertaining one, to say the least. Solo, it was good, but a little forgettable. The Force Awakens, it's okay. The Last Jedi is pfft. And The Rise of Skywalker is, it's, to me, it's forgettable, it's kind of dumb, it's kind of boring. The plot is just lame. It's not interesting, in my opinion. And to me, it doesn't screw up the franchise as badly as The Last Jedi, but I don't feel like it's the way to end it. Anyways, moving on with the rest of the video.
I got this. my Build Droid R2 next to my DeLorean. I hope the camera's getting that.
Still have that little guy to this day.
Right there.
It looks really weird
And I've
reversed.
got this.
Yep, still have that. And it still fits too,
And I've
which is
got
kind of weird.
all of these guys. And I've got a whole bunch of other little stuff. This is my pride and joy. My pride.
Pride.
My pride and joy right here.
Get it? Pride, enjoyed.
This R2 took me 2 years to find.
You know, thinking about this, basically this story of the Kenner R2, I was at flea markets for years trying to track one down. Never found one at a flea market, but we went to our little Comic-Con thing, and I found one for $5, and I drew out a little quote-unquote sticker and threw it on there. I should have just went to eBay, honestly. I really do. I should have just went to eBay to find one, and they're all over eBay still. And I don't know what compelled me not to do that, because I think at the time, at the time I knew how to, I had an idea how to use eBay, and I bought a couple things. At the time I was thinking about buying a couple things. And then after finally tracking that little guy down, I went, the heck with trying to find it in person, I'm just going to stick online. And that's what I've done for a while. The reason I just haven't picked up more Kenner stuff is because for me, and I've got enough stuff and Figmas and other Legos and other figures and Legos. I got a lot of stuff, and I'm not super into the Kenner Star Wars stuff. I like it, but I only want a couple things. I want the Falcon and the rest of the Kenner R2-D2s. And the first 12 wave of figures I think would be kind of cool to collect. Especially Darth Vader and R2-D2. Han, Chewie, 3PO, Leia, and all that. Anyways, and it's really expensive. That's kind of a factor. And all-terrain armored transport would be nice to get to. Anyways, moving on. Alright, this video's getting way too long. I gotta cut this video short and cut it in half and post the rest of it on another time. So stay tuned for part 2.